Hey everybody, this is Jay and I am getting sober again, and today I want to talk about something that may be plaguing you, and it was plaguing the shit out of me all day, and that is I don't fucking feel like it. You ever feel like that? Like you just don't want to get out of bed? Like you just don't want to make another breakfast? Like you just don't feel like going to the gym anymore ever for the rest of your life? You don't feel like having lunch or making that smoothie after your workout. You don't feel like producing any of your God-given talents. You don't feel like going home and sitting in your basement and making a video about not feeling good or like doing anything. It's just me. Well, anyway, so I guess I'll just be talking about me and how I feel because you can't talk, so that's all I'm going to talk about today. This isn't really going to be a very instructional video. It's not going to be it's not going to be very informative with regard to anything other than how I feel, because how I feel matters. And you might relate, and if you relate, I'm sorry for you also, but what do you do in the meantime? What do you do in the meanwhile? What do you do to feel better? And that's kind of the whole point of all this, you know, like when I quit everything cold turkey, I thought, and I still think, that I'll feel much better. Just maybe not much better as soon as I want to. Not much better like I would if maybe I just tiptoed over to my local saloon and had me a whiskey drink or a cider drink or a lager. Whatever the case is, nothing really works, honestly, as well as alcohol and drugs. I'm sorry to say that to you. I'm sorry if that's a revelation. I'm genuinely not here to tell you that that those things don't work. They work so much so, they work in fact so well that you will ruin your whole life, and you will you will lose everything. Eventually you will lose everything that you have, and potentially including your own life. And I know some people that I'm genuinely afraid of. I may never see them again. And part of me doing this video is to help those people, not only myself, because it's a scary place to not know if you're gonna have the will to do any of this again on a daily basis. And so we all want to know that somebody else can see the pain in our eyes, and we all want to know that somebody actually understands what we're going through, and we all want to know that somebody else fucked up too. And I'm here to tell you that I've never fucked up in my life, and it's just you. But all joking aside, I swear, so I think I've dropped 3 F-bombs in this video. Do something about it. I feel bad sometimes, and you feel bad sometimes, and that's just how it's gonna be. I don't know any other solution. I don't know any other solution other than going to the gym. And I pathetically went to the gym today, and I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go to the gym, and I came home and I pouted, and I didn't want to make myself a smoothie, and I didn't want to eat healthy, and I didn't want to take any of my 20 supplements, but I did it. And I definitely didn't want to come down in my basement and set all this up to make a video, to reach out and help somebody else. But I think it was for the best that I made the decision to get out of bed today, and I made the decision to make my bed, and I made the decision to hydrate, and I made the decision to be kind to the people in my household instead of the opposite, which is usually something that I typically chose to do because I didn't feel good. And on paper now, my personal day-to-day resume shows that I am taking care of my body. Not that I didn't before, but I added some curveballs in there that made the whole healthiness part seem a little redundant and maybe a waste of money. But at least I think it kept me even instead of going too far to the dark side. So you might be asking, what is my point? I guess my whole point is to remind you that I'm a human being and that you are a human being, and that we should, like I mentioned in my other video, forgive yourself. And I need to forgive myself on a daily basis, and I need to find motivations, and I need to find things that I'm passionate about, because I may or may not have short-circuited a couple things in there, and I'm aware of that, and I know that it's my fault. But I'm not going to be very hard on myself, because I need to forgive myself. And you need to forgive yourself also. And also know that there are other people out there, other than me, that feel the same way that you do. And there are probably some other people in the world that have a watery right eye, just like you do. But all watery eyes aside, along with all of that joking that we had already put aside earlier, I don't feel like it sometimes. And I know that you don't feel like it sometimes either. And I think that one thing that makes us an adult, or makes us a responsible human being, is the percentage of us that push through and find ourselves in a future position where we can look back at yesterday and realize that it wasn't as bad, and look back at the day before and realize it wasn't that bad, and look back at all the times when it was extremely bad and remind ourselves that we made it through that as well. If you feel like you need somebody to talk to, comment below, because I have a bunch of free time. I have so much free time that I can sit in my basement and make videos about how much free time I have. So comment down there. Or if you have my personal phone number, 8675309, you can text me, or you can call me. I'm gonna lie though, I'm probably gonna text refuse your message and say I can't talk right now, or in a meeting, and then we'll just go into a texting session. But I'll call you if it's important, or you can call me and I'll take the call. I really don't know what else to talk about, to be honest, other than keep your head up, hang in there, kitten, and try to get through this day. It's not as bad as you think.